Good evening. Thank you for joining Word with the Curb. It's a word on the curb. I'm sleepy as I don't know what. Y'all excuse me. Let me get my seat together. All right. So we're going to start out. We said Trouble on the Sandbar. What's it? Season 11? Episode 11. So we had 11. And I must say, Dr. Heavenly's producing. Got all the stuff intertwined. Everything's intertwined now. Folks on here don't know what's up and what's down. We got the men over here full of testosterone and Patron, or whatever the high class tequila is. They over there having the piston tournament. Dr. G said, Letitia, by looking at King. It's a mess. It's a mess. But we're going to start this mess by reviewing what happened, how we get here, right? So we're on the couples trip in Florida, Key West. And we had Quad, the drunk auntie, showing her ass the last episode, on episode 10. She got everything off, honey. She said, I'm going to give the people something to see. So she gave them something to see. And then everybody got something to say about it. All of a sudden, everybody started feeling sorry for Dr. G. Really? He got married on the platform. He didn't want no negativity. He would not have came. He here for the smoke. He just didn't think Quad was going to have a man. That's what that was. So, then we get to the next day. So we have, I'm not even going to say it in a particular order. I'm going to say it the way I remember and how I got it written down. And the way I got it written down might not be the right way. So I'm going to say we have Cecil and Dr. Simone. They're discussing that Cecil said, you better say, I'm the only man. You better, give me my roses. Up me up like you did, like Quad did King. Give me them big ups. He had unbuttoned his shirt, all the way down to about his chest because he wanted the belly to show. But, hey, puff it up. Make it sound good. She's like, I ain't had no man better than Cecil and all that. And then we have Scott and Dr. Scott and Dr. Contessa. They're talking about Phaedra and Shek and how young Shek looks. And, Scott makes the little joke that, I bet you Shek was probably playing Fortnite with their son last night. I didn't remember the son's name. But, they're just talking about all the things that, Phaedra probably does to get them young men. She talked about Phaedra's swimsuit and everything. I still don't like the wig, but, whatever. It is what it is. So then we have Phaedra and Shek. They're in the room. She's in a robe. What's going on, Phaedra? I see you in that robe. And she got Shek feeding her strawberries and whipped cream. I swear Phaedra be producing the hell out of a scene. I don't think she bit more want that man. He's tall. Oh, he's a tall guy. He's about 7 feet tall. I don't think so, but I do. We'll keep going. So then we have King and Quad. They're talking about the night before. And, basically, they're about to drink mimosas or some kind of champagne or something. And they're just, they're talking about last night and, how things went. And that she couldn't believe that Dr. G still, how he acted and why he went off. And she also stated that he act like he ain't over me. That Sweet Tea may be just a placeholder, because I still got his heart. She didn't say that, but I'm, that's what she was inferring. I still got his heart. He feeling some kind of way. He a little jealous, honey, because he see me with a fine man, and I'm giving it to you 15 times a week, and he ain't getting it, man. He didn't get it no time a week them last 3 years of their marriage. So then we have Letitia and Dr. G. They're talking about the same thing. Dr. G just basically said, he wanted to apologize for what made him get mad because Quiet thought she was superior, talking about how she didn't want the marriage and how, like talking down to him. Now, who the heck she thinks she is? No. And then you, sweet tea, you're not mature enough. I thought you was going to be mature like, an older person. But no, you ain't, this age gap relationship is not what I thought I was getting. I don't know what he thought he was going to get. I'm just saying that's what he was saying, He's trying to blame her being young and she couldn't understand why he was mad. No, Dr. G, you were mad because Quad had a man there. Quad had a man that's tall, dark, and handsome. And you're short. I'm short too. But you're short, and I'm not going to say you're not handsome, but you're short. And you felt a little bit intimidated by him, especially how they was landing. They was laying it on. They really, really, really was laying it on. I mean, goodness. And she was, she bigged him up. So I got to learn how to do that to my husband. But so then we have Toya and Dr. Eugene. Did I miss anything? Hold on. Yeah, Toya and Eugene and Dr. Mimi. Excuse me, Toya and Dr. Eugene, Dr. Mimi and Steve. And so, they're trying to get to know the new couple. So they leave the resort and they're going out to look like lunch or something. So, they're asking Steve about himself, and he lets them know that he's a hometown hero. I believe he's from Ohio. At first, when I heard it on the sneak peeks, I couldn't understand what the hell he was saying. But now I know. He was saying that he's a football player, and he made it out of the hood. He was raised by his mom. I think he said he never met his father before, or something to that effect. And that basically he made it out of the hood, out of I believe Cleveland, Ohio. So, and then we learned that Dr. Mimi don't know how to ride a bike. She don't play no sports, but she know how to dance. She danced. She was on the dance team in college, and she's from Alabama. So we also learned that Toya takes her margaritas with Patron. And see, I'm not a drinker, so I don't know the difference between what kind of tequila people drink. And so evidently that Patron must be a cheaper brand because all the other people said something else. But she said she's having hers with Patron because it doesn't have any, what kind of ingredients? Artificial or something. I can't remember. No additives or something. She said because that makes her mean Toya. But last night was cool, Toya. And, Steve and Dr. Mimi said, hey, we felt like you was the one who set it off. Or, you lit the flames. Or you threw the gasoline on the fire. And Toya was like, no, not me. I didn't do that. No. I just was saying what everybody was thinking. She said, and I was trying to change the subject. They was like, no, you didn't change the subject. You stayed on the subject. You just lit. They said, if you wasn't the match, you were the candle. If you wasn't the candle, girl, you was the whole gasoline. But, you was instigating that stuff. That's what you do. Pastor and Toya. So, then we have Dr. Jackie, Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Simone. And they're discussing the night before. But first it was, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly. And Dr. Heavenly's getting her hair done. So Dr. Simone comes in, and they hug each other. And Dr. Heavenly was, they were all talking about last night. And Dr. Heavenly said she thought it was funny. What about you? And Simone said, I didn't find it funny at all. She was aghast. She just couldn't believe it was happening. It wasn't funny to her. And that they both need counseling. The both is Quad and Dr. G. And then Dr. Heavenly lets them know that, of course, Dr. Jackie already knows. No, Dr. Jackie didn't know. But Dr. Heavenly lets Dr. Jackie know in front of Dr. Simone that Apollo is coming. You know, Dr. Jackie's like, what? What's he coming here for? But she know her friend messy, so she know there's some kind of alternative motive. And she's not, just so after to hear Dr. Heavenly in her confessional goes, after the shit that from last night, we need Apollo here so he can show Quad and Dr. G how to act. We all seen Apollo on Raw, didn't we? We seen him, how he acted in that garage with Phaedra. I thought he was gonna hit her. I didn't know what. I'm stuck to the TV like, and Phaedra's like, Apollo, you better go. You better go. Something to that effect. Well, anyways, so she let him know that Apollo is coming. And then Dr. Jackie just points, she said, and Dr. Heavenly lets her know that Phaedra knows. She kept saying Phaedra knows. So then Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie was like, well, if something pops off, we're going to say, well, Phaedra knows. Phaedra knows. And Heavenly going to say, it ain't my fault. Something happened, it ain't my fault, but you do. You the puppeteer. You directing the whole thing. That's why she over here in the corner. This is the producer over here. She became the Kingdom Reign Caller's King today. So, because she invited all these little people. She invited Dr. G and Dr. Hello, Housewives. She invited Dr. G and Sweet Tea last year to come on to the show. They were supposed to be the help quad, but that's why I'm wondering why Sweet Tea want to know why they're here. Sweet Tea, why are you here? So Dr. Jackie goes, yeah, I think that Phaedra, because she knows that Apollo is coming, so she brings her a date because she wants Apollo to see, what he's missing, to make him a little, warn her, see what you done missed out on. So she brings her a date. We know it's a little bit more than that, but I do believe Phaedra was with the shit. She just didn't know who was coming. So we have Dr. Jackie, Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Simone. They're discussing maybe he should have seating arrangements. And then evidently Dr. Simone didn't even know what kind of vote they were having because she asked, was it a double decker? Then they were saying, well, maybe we should say that Shek can't come because we don't have, the boat may be over the weight limit or whatever. But I would say this, Shek is tall. He got to be about almost 7 feet tall. Because he's 2 feet taller than Phaedra almost. Well, anyway, so we get up to the boat. All the couples, they got in the SUVs that were taking them to the boat. And, they were kind of discussing, whatever happened yesterday, we probably all be able to get past it or whatever. So they get up to the boat. Toya goes, oh, this is a floating tub. So then also Dr. Contessa must have said something to Dr. Simone because Dr. Simone was like, I'm tired of y'all coming at me about this boat. She said, but after the trip to wherever it was in South Carolina and how y'all acted, this is what y'all get because last year they had a yacht. Like it was a small yacht though. Yeah, Toya loves luxury. Yeah, she was drinking cheap Patron though. According to some of the other YouTubers, because I don't really drink, so I don't know. So then, before we get to the boat, Dr. Heavenly said that that Apollo would be on his way to the boat, and even if they had to wait, then they have to wait on him to get there. And Dr. Jackie was like, no, we shouldn't have to wait on him, like we need to leave because she knows it's probably going to pop off. So we have, as they're at the boat, everybody's, getting in on the boat. Then Dr. Heavenly calls Apollo to see where they're at because she didn't find out until later. Production told her, is what she said in her live, that they told her that Shireen was coming. And I can kind of tell that Dr. Heavenly is a little nervous on the boat. And she asked, where they were. And she said that he said he was on his way and he'll be there in a minute. So when they finally get there, here go Quad. She's, hey, the Apollo. She all excited about Apollo being there. So Apollo walks in with his mistress turned wife, Shireen. Phaedra's looking because she's shocked because the whole time she thinks Apollo just is coming by themselves. And it turns out that I read in the blogs that actually when they filmed this, Apollo and Shireen were already separated. And they even know right now they're filed for a divorce, but they still live together. So, Shireen and Apollo are walking up. So then Apollo and Shireen, they get on the boat. Shireen goes over and give a hug to Shek and ask Shek why he's there. He said it was a long story. And the hug she gave him lets him know that they are real friendly. So then, she hugs everybody else. Then I think it's Dr. Simone say, well, do you know Phaedra? She's like, yeah, of course I know Phaedra. And then Apollo, he goes over and, dap it up with Shek or whatever. Well, as we riding on this boat, we discovered that Shek and Apollo are friends for real. For real friends. Like they hang out every week. They eat holiday dinner together. And the fact that Shek used to mess around with Shireen's sister. Okay, so they cool like that. Not just met at the strip club and just see each other occasionally. So, evidently, Apollo found out that Phaedra was bringing a date. That's why he brought his wife. And I thought to myself, why would he come on the trip and thinking that she's going to be single? Well, he thought he was going to be with her. I don't know. I'm just thinking, why? So here we go. They're talking and everything. Everybody's getting along. They're drinking and everything. And Apollo is telling Quad that, Phaedra told him that this person didn't know him. He said, well, evidently she's lying because that's my boy and I got to get down to the bottom of this. And then, Shireen is talking to the ladies and saying he's like family or whatever. So, Phaedra, she goes on in her confessional and states that Apollo's wife was his mistress, that he was cheating on her with at the time while she was pregnant with their second child. And she said, I've never even had lines or even spoke to this big line. What you call her? A big back linebacker. And and then, production, they so messy. They go back and pull old scenes from Roa when Shireen brought her ass over there to Candy's grand opening. I think it was a old lady gang. I think it was. And she came in there because remember, Phaedra and Candy had a falling out, but they wasn't, they didn't fall all the way out at the time. But you remember, Candy was trying to let Phaedra know what happened, and she had nothing to do with that girl coming over there. And, she was saying that because they was trying to figure out like how you and Apollo get together, and they ain't even divorced, and how long y'all been talking. And she was saying we were friends, but I was doing what the wifey wasn't doing. She wasn't there for him or whatever. So, anyways, we get on past that. So, in the confessionals, Quad was like, how does it feel, Phaedra, that your ex is here and he brought the new wife? See, how does it feel? How does it feel? Don't feel so good, basically. And then Sweet Tea says, another scorned ex. And I'm like, another scorned ex? So who's scorned? Apollo or Phaedra? Dr. G or Quad? Who are you talking about? Who are you referencing to? So then as they're sitting, you know, everybody's being all acquainted and talking, and Dr. Hepling is like, everybody knows everybody. She's just sitting there looking like, damn, they all know each other. What kind of shit is this? And, you know, so Phaedra, she's sitting there on Shaq's lap. And, you know, they're on the boat partying. And Shaq makes a statement, and he goes, the goal is to have sex 15 times a week. I don't know if Phaedra told him to say that, but that's what he said. Okay, so, you know, like I said, Apollo was talking to Quad, and he was telling her, you know, about everything. And, you know, he was just not feeling it because that's his friend. I don't blame Phaedra because you cheated on me with this big, what she call her, a big back linebacker? Or a big, I don't know what she said. I had it written down. It's up here. But this linebacker chick. And then, but she wasn't a linebacker then, but she done got linebackish now. So, and then you marry her. But then, you know, Phaedra, when you're dating Chocolate, I don't know, allegedly. So then we have, after we have them discussing everything, so Phaedra, she goes on to state in her confessionals that she didn't know that they were friends, you know, and so Dr. Jackie, she's sitting there because everybody's passing around shots. They're asking light or dark or whatever. And then they tell Curtis that he's going to have to take 2 shots because Dr. Jackie don't drink. And she's like, you know, don't drink too much now. So everybody's getting along. We're having a good time. And Sweet Tea was about to drink something else. She's like, and she don't need to be drinking nothing else. So we managed to get to the what is it? The Sandbar. So they pull up. So, oh Lord, excuse me, my daughter calling me. Just 1 second. Excuse me. So, my daughter had to call and ask me about recycling. Now I got where am I at? Okay, so they get there, you know, Dr. Simone, you know, states that this is the only sandbar in America where there's 8 doctors on here, 1 attorney and a bunch of husbands. And, you know, we about to have a good time. And she said, you know, when people go to those luxurious not islands, or whatever, places, you know, Dr. Sweet Tea said, yeah, I seen them places in the fishing magazines. And the faces they made. Now, it could be editing, but Dr. Simone was like, Sweet Tea. So, not only was it her face, they caught a glimpse of Phaedra's face. So, I don't know if it could be just the way they edited it and make it look like that they were making faces at her for saying something like that. I don't know. In the fishing magazine, that's supposed to be luxurious. Whatever. So then, so they, you know, they get into the sandbar, so they getting off the boat. So Dr. Simone goes first. And then, so Toya goes. And she jumps down, she falls in the water. And she goes, it's that damn, you know, it's the vodka. Every time she does vodka, you know, it did it to her or whatever. So, you know, they get over there. And Dr. Scott is making fun of Sweet Tea and Dr. G because they over there making little hearts and circles in the sand. Got, you know, Tisha and G Lunsford or something, or T and G, or G and T Lunsford, you know, written in the sand. And then they, you know, took pictures or whatever. He said, yeah, this is something you did in 7th grade. Now you keep coming about those agents, and you came at made a crack about Shaq's age and said that he would be playing Fortnite with his son. So then we have Steve. He goes over because the men are, they're separating from the women. And the men are all over. I think they're all smoking cigars or whatever. And Steve, asks, because, he doesn't know Apollo. So he asks, how's he affiliated with the group? And, he said, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon, they invited me. And, I know Quad and King, and I've been around for many years. And Curtis is like, he, even if he don't say he was married to Phaedra, he was like, but on this island, like the truth is going to come out. There ain't no lies going to be over here. Basically everything going to come out. Well, so then they have this pissing contest, basically, because they, as Steve introduces himself, he lets them know what football teams he paid for and what position. And King said, well, we should have bought a ball or, football or something. And then Steve mentioned something about push-ups. And, Dr. Eugene wasn't having it. He's like, I ain't getting out there doing shit. Why can't we have nice conversations? I'm about to be out here working. He probably can't do that many push-ups anyway. I ain't talking about him, but, I'm just being for real. Who all can do push-ups but Steve and King? And now we know Dr. G can. So Dr. G, and probably Apollo, I would imagine. Dr. G, gets up, he's talking about them push-ups, like, do the push-ups in front of Apollo. And I'm sitting here like, what? But do you remember he used to want to date Phaedra? So, he's probably thinking, Apollo got the girl that I had wanted. King got my ex-wife. Shit. I got to show these niggas. So, Dr. G get down there, he busts out them dang on push-up. Letitia. 25, he looking at King like, don't let this gray hair fool you, nigga. So, then King goes on to tell everyone, first before King, it was Dr. Eugene, was basically talking about how King was walking around in front of the ladies with his shirt unbuttoned. Thank you. Then he was saying, basically welcoming him into the group. And King, is like, thank you. And I'm so grateful that you guys have welcomed me in the group and made me feel comfortable. And here come Dr. G. Well, I really hadn't said nothing to you because I wasn't comfortable being around her and this and that and the other. You know how older men try to do the younger men. I felt like Dr. G was trying to haze King or try to sun him in the beginning. I do feel that way. And so as he were talking, somehow they got to talking about the night before or whatever, because he was apologizing about the night before and was saying that, it's just that he don't mean to be, when people start saying no disrespect and no offense, I feel like they about to disrespect you and offend you. So he was saying, no offense, no disrespect, this, that, and the other. And the next thing we know, Dr. G opened his big ass mouth because he talked too damn much or too fucking much and wouldn't shut the hell up and tells King, yeah, because I told her to shut the fuck up. King's like, you said what? I thought you was talking to Letitia. You said that? And here comes Dr. Scott was like, oh, y'all need to let that sunset that shit from last night. Let that be yesterday. King was like, no. So when King said no, then of course you got Eugene, but I think Eugene's a little tissy, but he didn't know what to say. He said, well, may I interject? In that, Then Cecil had to intercede. He said, thank you, Cecil. Because Cecil tried to, help get it together, because they see it going left. Because what Dr. G did, he, was bringing the shit. So he gets up out of his seat, walks over to King. Now, I might be backwards on here, but he walks over to King, and he's telling him, well, if I'd known you before, I would have came to you, but I didn't know you, so whatever. So I said something to him, basically that stuff, and he all up, kind of got close to him, and then they kind of let that shit sit right there. But I believe King was like, no, this man ain't about to sun me in front of these niggas out here, because I'll beat his little ass. So we're going over here to the women. The women is just messy. So, they're talking about Quad's man. And Shireen's like, stop calling him her man. He ain't her man. He's everybody's man. So Shireen over there talking shit, spilling the tea, telling them everything over there. And so Shaq walks over and Toya wants to know, well, how you know Shireen? He said, it's none of your business. She said, do you eat dinner, Thanksgiving or holiday Thanksgiving dinners over there? And he starts mocking her a little bit. He said, maybe, or something to that effect. And then it was like, then Quad said, well, Apollo said he didn't know that you was coming here on a date with his wife, or you was going to date his ex-wife or something. So somehow Apollo gets over there. So they got to discussing, like, what did Shaq tell you? He was like, didn't I tell you? He said, no, you told me about you got matched with her on a speed date, but you ain't tell me you was going to be dating my ex-wife. And Phaedra is like, now all the while, Phaedra is mad that the women are questioning Shaq. She's not like that at all, because first of all, she don't want the tea to be out that she already knew this man. Okay, because we know she knew him. She had a motive. She was going to have Apollo come there and flaunt his friend in his face. I don't blame you, Phaedra. I really don't. And I don't blame them for inviting Apollo. They wanted to see some shit and you ain't did shit. So here we go. Well, anyways, Apollo is talking and Phaedra, because he's like kind of questioning Phaedra. And she said, why do you care who I'm dating? We've been divorced. We've been divorced 7 years. And he was like, I don't care about that. Or, how long we've been divorced or whatever. And then Shireen was like, Apollo don't give a fuck about you. Shireen, sit there and be quiet. Shut up. Because evidently he do care because he asking his ex-wife. I know you the wife. The side piece. Now wife. Now going to get a divorce because he's cheating on you too. Well, she said, because Faye. And Faye was like, my name ain't Faye, you bad built bitch. Bad built bitch. Yeah. The 3 B's. She's a bad built bitch. Well, Phaedra then Phaedra, that's what Shireen said. He don't give a fuck about you. And then she's like, I don't give a fuck about him. And then Shaq, kind of takes her hand and pulls her away. Because he's like, and then where's the bar? Where's the liquor? Where the bar at? So as she's walking away, then Sweet Tea wants to know who invited you, is what she's saying to Shireen. And Shireen said, Dr. Hadley invited me and my husband here. And then here's Sweet Tea goes, why? Sweet Tea, the same reason why your ass is here. To agitate the next bitch. That's why. That's the whole reason. Dr. Hadley over here producing all this shit, but the shit they got all intertwined. That she didn't know all these people know each other, and it's starting to look ugly. So Dr. Hadley's like, bitch, don't be asking me shit. Don't talk to me. Don't address me. Now, Dr. Heavenly, I love you, girl. I love you. But why are you trying to, I don't want to say son this girl, but you really making like she's not on your level. I know she's not on your level, but you're making like, how can I put it? Like you do not have any respect for her. You probably don't. You really don't. But everybody asks questions, and give the girl an opportunity so she can ask questions. She trying to work. So I guess she was giving her the work back, right? So Dr. Heavenly talking shit. And as Dr. Heavenly's talking shit, Letitia's talking shit, and she's walking forward. Dr. Heavenly's still sitting in the water. Sweet Tea calls her a big bad bitch because Dr. Heavenly called her something kind of bitch about her mouth. So Dr. Heavenly, because Dr. Heavenly is filming, recording the whole thing. She tries to get up and she falls in the water. So Dr. Simone had to help her. So when she gets up, they just, bitch, this big bad bitch, yeah, big bad bitch, people. Girl. Letitia, you should not call nobody big back. You should not. Not when your swimming suit is fitting you like that. Not when your breasts is hanging all over it. You just should not. So, as they go back and forth, and so the men hear them over there. So Steve is wondering, what's going on. Let me go and check on her because I don't play by minds. You make sure that girl don't get in no mess. She's new to the group too, and I don't think she really wanted to be on the show. That's why it took her so long to sign that contract. But her husband wants to be on it. So as they get over there, and somebody made a comment in one of the posts. They said all the men went running over there. Dr. Damon just did a little Sunday stroll over there. He know Heavenly over there working. She making her check. This is what she like to do. So, this messy Heavenly on this TV show is her alter ego, I believe. This is what she want to act like, but she gonna get to do it in play life on TV. So, as they're doing all that, I think, okay, they get over there and they have to break the women up. For some reason, Sweet Tea was really like, and this is probably why the women kept saying that Sweet Tea was looking at her funny and making faces in the confessional. Because I believe the liquor probably got a little bit to Sweet Tea also. Because you can't be madder than Phaedra. Phaedra walked off and said, ooh, child. Also to let you know, when they were on the boat and Sweet Tea had asked Phaedra who invited them. Phaedra said, I don't know. Phaedra knew. Before it was filmed, they talked about it. And after the fact. Because Phaedra knew, just like she brought him to the dang on reunion. He's good for TV. Apollo is. He is. And she wasn't doing nothing else. Because if she didn't want him on the show with her, she would have never brought him to the reunion last year. So, they went on, they went to, separate the women. So, at this time, during all the chaos, King gets a bright idea and says, well, I thought since, so much was going on that I can go over and talk to King while he's not around all the other men so he don't have to prove himself, and we could talk it out, and let him know that he has to give Quad an apology. So King comes over there. Excuse me, because I didn't mean to say that. King goes over there and goes to talk to Dr. G. He said, I need to talk to him for a minute. Who is he shooing away? Sweet Tea, Phaedra, and Shaq, right? So Sweet Tea, Dr. G had to, basically carry her over the way and make her stop talking. I don't know why. Because Dr. Heavenly and her ain't about to fight for real. They just talking shit. Both of them are. I don't know. So Shaq walks all the way, not too far though. And so Dr. G and what's his name? King. They're starting to have this conversation. And King basically told him, hey, what happened last night? I'm gonna let that slide. He gonna let it slide. But you are not to talk to my woman. And if she say something to you, you better not say shit back. Well, that's your ass. No, just playing. But he said, you don't talk to her. You got a problem with her, you talk to me. I'm her man. You talk to me. No, he didn't say that, but he did say talk to me. And Dr. G said, you sound crazy. She say something to me, I'm about to say something back to that. And he's like, no, you're not. He said, so you saying that she can say whatever she want to say to me and I can't say nothing back? Damn Skippy. Man, who the fuck you think you talking to? By this time, everybody's starting to come around. So, Dr. G gets all animated, throwing his hands up in the air. Who the fuck you think you talking? Because this and that and the other, and this and that and the other. Well, Dr. Heavily let us know on the live yesterday what popped off was because other people and the people that be with the cameras or whatever said he told Dr. G told King that I'm a doctor. I'm not gonna be fighting no man. And then King said, yeah, you won't fight a man, but you'll fight a woman. And I believe that's why he said, who you think you talking to? That's what happened. Because, he told him, I know about the past. So, he know that Quad said he used to put hands on her, allegedly. I think they both was putting hands on each other. And, of course, about her being a woman, you ain't going to win. Unless she's some strong woman, whatever. So, that's when it pops off. And Dr. G talking big shit. Because Dr. G, just like Dr. Heavily, he going to talk shit. He going to do all this stuff as he's backing away. Because as Cecil and them all come over there, he got the cameras on, the security on there. He ain't about to happen. I'm about to talk shit. We on TV, this and that. And that's what he was doing. Just like Dr. Heavily did with Dr. Contessa. But he didn't think. Because Dr. Contessa kind of came over there. She said, square up, ho. No, King. Because, as this is happening, Phaedra is walking with Sweet Tea. She's like, Shaq ain't gonna let nothing happen. They ain't gonna let nothing happen like that. And Sweet Tea, she's looking. So she's looking. I will say, Sweet Tea is down for her man. She looking. She looked and she trying to figure out what the fuck going on. Because mind you, Sweet Tea and King had took a shot together, because they was like, this ain't our fight. We cool. They took a shot while they were on the boat. Hey, we cool. And I think King would have been cool with everything until Dr. G said, I told her to shut the fuck up. Why did you say this, Dr. G? Dr. G, I don't, he was trying to son him early. And I think King thought about it. No, nigga, I'm going to let you know. Because I know that's how my husband is. He probably wouldn't even have waited to the end. No. Because it would have been some both shit going off at the same time. Because he wouldn't have known. He wouldn't have let it know. When he said, I ain't about to let that know. When Dr. Scott said, let this sunset, and he said no, my husband would have popped it off right then and there. Because you can tell my wife to shut the fuck up. Or my girlfriend. Or whatever. I know my husband, he punched his cousin in the face because he talked about my feet. And it was just a joke. I never forget, I might have been in my young 20s. Because, everybody was cracking or whatever. He said something about my feet. It was funny. My husband punched him dead in the face. What the fuck you gonna talk? My husband always cracking on people. But got me. But anyways. So, and what he said wasn't even that bad. Because I'm sitting there laughing. I was not offended. So, anyways. So, as they're having this conversation and it's getting heated, and Dr. G is being very animated. So Quiet goes running because she goes, oh no, and she's running over there. And so Sweet Tea goes to try to run, and Phaedra is holding her, and Sweet Tea breaks away, honey. She takes off running, girl. Titties about flopping out. She gets that shirt together. She take off running. She running good in that sand now, right? So as this is going on, King takes that shirt off, man, honey. He is built. Cut to the cut. He built. He take that shirt off and he get there. Dr. G talking shit, but he walking backwards. You know, he getting behind everybody. And as Dr. G is walking backwards, Shaq is trying to hold on to King. And even Dr. Simone was kind of in the way. Now, to tell you this, Dr. Heavenly said in her live, which I want to play in a minute, that Dr. Simone tried to hold Sweet Tea back, and Sweet Tea pushed her. And Dr. Simone said, bitch, don't be pushing me, and pushed her back. So Sweet Tea was also supposed to have stated that she was running over there to fight King because her husband is the breadwinner and he's too old and he's a doctor and he shouldn't be fighting. Now, girl, how you think you're going to fight this man? See, that's that drink. Whatever she was drinking, whatever. So I'm going to play it and let you hear what Dr. Heavenly had to say. A couple minutes on her live. Let me get to it. And y'all can see what you think. Because she had, something to say about her calling her a big back. What's call her? Big back bitch. Here we go.
She got big back, something from Phaedra. It wasn't even authentic. But how dare you say that when your shit look like that? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I'm not body shaming or nothing. The people be telling me about me, and all I do is say some shit back. Because before I can say some shit back, come over there, got to fight with King, and this bitch here, I'm going to tell you, she ran over to the people. The people tried to stop her. Simone tried to say, she pushed Simone. Simone was like, bitch, don't push me. Simone pushed her back. So basically, her and Simone had a fight. She pushed Simone, Simone pushed her. Some kind of way, Phaedra was trying to hold her back. This bitch says, I'm finna go fight King because I'm gonna use my military powers and I'm gonna fight King because my husband is the breadwinner and he can't be fighting. Now I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna take it back. This is all I'm gonna say about it and I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't know what y'all saw. I don't know what y'all saw though. I can't tell y'all what happened, but I'm telling you, I'll tell you, and I be telling the truth from what I can see. Greg came for the smoke. He was all in that dude's face doing his chest like, man, yeah, I told your wife to shut the fuck up. Okay? Now you're looking at the push-up. Now, mind you, I was not over there. However, the people got eyes all over the world. Gonna put the push-ups back up there. When this man was doing one Letitia, two Letitia, they said he was looking at King directly. Now, how weird is that? He was looking at King saying one Letitia, two Letitia. I don't know. That's what the people had said now. Now, so he was already bothered. He fell off the boat. He see this man that looked nice. He see Quad with the man. His heart still with Quad. He's keeps the girl go running after him. You know what I'm saying? He's upset and she don't know why he's so upset because he hurt. And Quad playing in his face. Quad was wrong as hell. I'm just gonna say that that's my girl. And I got my whole freaking life because y'all asked for it and that's what the hell y'all wanted. Y'all got it. But the man, he came for the smoke. Sweet Tea goes over there, and I'm going to say this, and that's all I'm going to say, and it's the baddest thing I'm going to say. This is all I'm going to say. The man said, I will not fight. I am a doctor. I will not fight a man. And King said, you don't have no problem fighting a woman, do you? That's when it kicked off. I don't know if they showed it. Maybe I'm wrong for saying it. Take it back, Lord. But he said, you don't got no problem fighting a woman. So he already got animosity because he done heard all the stories. Whether they're inflated, I just feel like when a woman say a man is doing something, you should believe her. I mean, we learned about kids. Let me go. Come on back, because I ain't even supposed to talk about this. But y'all already know it. Y'all got the flyers out there. Y'all got the seed. It was on the reunion. So that's what pissed him off. He gets in this man's face. How many ninjas you know that's going to allow this little squeaky tail brother Tucker get in his face for long? I don't know. Anyway, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Stephanie, please tell me where I'm at. Am I at the end of the episode? Because if I'm at the end, let me shut up now. Did they show? Okay, let me get a film check. Do you feel like Apollo only wants to come and film Terry Phaedra there? No, I think Apollo there for a check. Just like all of us. I think Apollo got paid. That's what I think. Now, I don't know nothing, but that's what I think. I think, yes, he wanted to get paid. They pay certain people. Our husbands don't get paid. But I don't know this for sure. This is all alleged. I think the man came for it. That's what I think. She is the breadwinner, but he doesn't support her ever. I don't know what that is. Did Dr. Chili really call it? Yes, he did. He filed a police report. Yes. Attempted assault. Is King really kicked off the show? Now you're going to have to keep watching. Keep watching because it's going to play out.
Keep watching because it's going to play out. We find out that King was only not able to film one episode with them or something like that when it was a group thing. Also, we had who is it? I'm so sleepy. They had Watch What Happens Live. Dr. Contessa and Sweet Tea was on there. And Sweet Tea and Dr. Contessa, honey, they was talking a mess. You know, I will say Sweet Tea had a better look. I just hated the wig. I'm like, God dang. I mean, it looked like it was just a little bit too long here. But that whole side view when they showed that, girl, I'm like, what the hell? I didn't see you wear your hair in better styles than that. Then she had on the same outfit as Quad. I mean, you know, the same dress. So, you know, people are really thinking that she is really a Quad fan for real, and that she's really trying to be like her. I don't know. I have no idea, but, you know, I will say Sweet Tea has came a long way from when she first got on the show, you know, because when she was on this thing, let me go. Let's see if I can find it. Lord have mercy. When she was on there and they did the what was that? This is how we roll thing. And I said, Lord have mercy, Sweet Tea, Sweet Tea, Sweet Tea. Because first I thought it was Toya. I'm like, what happened to Toya? Because I could have swore them two looked so much alike. And no, it was Sweet Tea. And like I said, she came a long way because, you know, all of them was killing her about her shape and everything. You know, Sweet Tea has lost a lot of weight. Looked like she lost a good about 30, 40 pounds, looked like, because she was, you know, wider. You know, so she's trying to get it together, you know, but for her to be coming at Dr. Hamlin about being a big back, and even she tried to mention that again on Watch What Happened Live, and Dr. Contessa said, no, that would have been like 5 years ago, and she might have been big back, or season 5 or something, she said, but she ain't no big back now. And I thought, oh my goodness, girl, how you gonna say that about Dr. Heavenly and you looking like you look now? You know, because I think some things, you know, like, you know, I'm not gonna sit there, you know, no, I'm not big back, but I'm big hip and booty. Now I will say that. I don't have no titties. So you know, usually people who got big backs, they got breasts. You know, I'm more pear shaped, so I got booty, thighs, and legs. Like I'm trying to get y'all to see. I'm not gonna play the music, but I'll let the video play. Try to get y'all to see, you know, Sweet Tea, she done came a long way. Because even she looked really cute this summer when, was it? The summer that the Renaissance tour was. She looked really cute then. I said, look at Sweet Tea when she went to go see Beyonce. But honey, she, you know, she had to step her game up because, girl, I guess, you know, when she got in them comments and seen how they was wearing her out on the way she was looking. So I said, I don't know, you know, then plus, you know, she's probably trying to hang around Phaedra and everything. So, you know, maybe Phaedra hopefully was giving her some pointers on things to do and how to look. Girl, I got this way. I got like so many dang on pictures on here. I'm trying to go back to see where in the world was this. Yeah, but like I said, Sweet Tea came a long way. And watch what happens live. She actually looked nice. I just hated the wig. I'm like, she could have had on a better wig. And then I didn't like Dr. Contessa's outfit, to tell you the truth, but So Sweet Tea had on a purplish color, like leather looking dress. And it's the same dress that Quad had on in her confessionals. Now, in that confessional, from a distant, Quad wig looks fine, but when you get close up on it, I was like, it's giving young, rich, and African to me. I don't know, them ladies over there, I'd be like, dang, they be so sharp with the fashions, but god dang, the wigs be just horrible. I'm like, they be coming up in the back and everything. Now, let me see where I'm at. If I can find. Look, I'm still scrolling pictures. I might then pass it, Lord have mercy. But I just wanted to give like a quick comparison of how Sweet Tea has leveled up. And she really has leveled up, and I would give her that. She's leveled up. She looks nice, but for her to try to go on in about Dr. Heavenly, I thought, girl, now, come on. Because I thought when Dr. Heavenly got ready to go to Lord Jesus, now I'm looking for it. I think I didn't pass it. Jesus. Because I had just found it and posted it in my group. And I'm like, look at Sweet Tea. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me, gee whiz. Okay, let me get on over there to it. So I don't know if you could hear it, but let me get back over and we'll share the screen. Lord have mercy. Share the screen. And what am I sharing? This. So let's share. Okay, so this here. That's just how. If we look at it, now see how Sweet Tea was. She looking like a little, looking like she was looking. I think they should have kept Dr. Alicia one more season. We probably could have got a lot out of her. But look, look how Sweet Tea, she just didn't fit in at the time. So from there, I thought, okay, Sweet Tea, she done leveled up. So we go over here and look at watch what happens live. And I'm like, okay, Sweet Tea looks cute. But every time, I know they're asking her questions about things, but I'm like, God dog, girl. I think her go-to is Quad and Dr. Heavenly. And I don't think Quad mentions her as much as, because I guess it's because Sweet Tea is always on her little YouTube thing talking about Quad. Now let's see here. Hold on. Oh, gee whiz. Maybe it's under. I know I got it on one of these things. Now I need me a crew like Dr. Heavenly have. Hey, Stephanie. Okay. So what we found out, we know that Phaedra did not film the reunion with them. And here we go.
and then throwing me a baby shower. I felt like that was a little offensive.
So you see how
so I was just like, because we're not friends. And
so we see her, she's leveling up. That's not the Watch What's Happened live, but she looks something similar to that. Let me see if I can. I thought I had it up here. If I don't, I ain't about to look for it. I know it's on Bravo something. But anyway, they asked her a couple questions about did she think that what's his name? Goodness, King was overstepping his bounds for saying something to Dr. G, and Dr. G didn't think that what he said to him warrant that reaction. Whatever. So I thought I had it up here. I ain't about to look. So, but anyways, she thought he was overstepping it. And Dr. Contessa just said, no, I want my man to defend me right or wrong. If he don't defend me like that, I don't want him. So, those are all the things. I think this episode was very good. I would give this probably a 10 to. It was messy, but it's so funny because we got our super producer over here. She didn't put all these people in the same situation and didn't know how it was going to hit. She had no idea that Apollo was bringing Shireen. She had no idea when she brought Sweet Tea onto the show, which she's not the only one who brought Sweet Tea on the show. But things will unfold like they would unfold. So, because some of the stuff you put in the making, it may not really hit until the next year. Because, and with season 10, Kwai kind of paid her dust. They didn't get that reaction. But this year it is. And I think, now that Kwai got a man and she feel like she could say, say the things that she really feels, and she got backup. She got a man sitting with her. So, some people are mad at King, said King did too much. King could have left it alone and came at him at a different time, maybe. I don't know. But that probably just got sat in his spirit. No, this motherfucker ain't trying to son me. Not this little man. And Dr. G, he just talking, because this. But I said he just like Dr. Heavenly. He was talking, Dr. G was talking that stuff, honey. He sure was. He was letting that mouth run a mile a minute. So I think the episode was good. And I think that who would I say the most valuable player was in this episode? It was so much mess. But all that mess culminated because of Dr. Heavenly. Unknowingly. But she was up here being the puppeteer and just didn't know her stuff was, or didn't know it was going to happen like that. So, she over there mass producing. She was the producer. Just didn't have no idea that it was going to fall out like that. Thought she was going to get a kiki, funny, ha, ha, ha. But like I would say, Sweet Tea, you can't get madder than Phaedra. So, but unless you're going to be Phaedra's Dr. Heavenly, and Phaedra is, you're going to be Phaedra's Dr. Heavenly, like Phaedra is Dr. Jackie. So you're taking on the Dr. Heavenly role. So you're going to be the bulldog for her. But it was funny when Dr. Heavenly was trying to get up and she fell. Girl, we in our 50s, honey. Them knees and legs don't work like they used to. And she goes, thank God I fell, because me and her probably would have, because what happened was Dr. Heavenly said she was really kind of on edge about the whole Apollo, Phaedra, Shireen deal, because she had no idea that Shireen was coming, and she didn't know that Shek was good friends with them. So she feels like, yeah, Phaedra was basically on like her get back to Apollo. And I think it kind of, Apollo stayed cool with it. He didn't really get out of pocket on camera, but I'm pretty sure, he was bothered because he mentioned it. And then also Dr. Heavenly said that, I guess, I don't know if it was before or after, that Shireen actually read Phaedra. I don't know if it was after she called her a big bag bitch, a bad built bitch or whatever. I don't know. But she said it was so bad. She said, because one thing she said what happens is like the mics that's on, if you're a person who's speaking low or whatever, they'll turn it up. So she said some parts of the argument that Shireen was not hearing Phaedra. That's what she said before on the live. But on this past live, she did say that Shireen had read her. She said some things that she wouldn't repeat. She said because it was really harsh. I'm like, but Shireen should set her ass down. What you know? What you know? Because if it came from Apollo's mouth, it probably ain't true. And they probably both are scamming together. Because I can't imagine no attorney, allegedly. You're already an attorney and you hook up with a felon. I just can't see it. And you got with him while you was with him while he was in jail, like Phaedra. Girl, ain't no way in hell. Ain't nobody looking that good. Girl, I'd be so stuck up. That would never happen. No. I don't know. I think she probably knew what Apollo was doing. And, that's, however their relationship fell apart or whatever. But yeah, he cheated on her with Shireen, is what Phaedra is saying. She said, I ain't even never had a conversation with the big back linebacker. Bad, what she said, bad built bitch. And Sweet Tea calls Dr. Heavenly. She says, fuck you, bitch. And she calls her a big back bitch. So, you had to see Dr. Heavenly's live because she was like, nah, not what you built like that. You were talking about me? She's because when I was 32, talking about when she was the same age as Sweet Tea, she said, I had a brick house. And for us old folks, that means she had a bad body, sharp body or a nice body or a tight body. She said, I wouldn't build like that. She ain't got no kids. And then people were like, I was reading the comments, said they know she got endometriosis or whatever, endometriosis, whatever you call it. Sweet Tea knew she had it before she came over there calling Dr. Heavenly a big back bitch. But I said, Sweet Tea said she gonna get her moment in the sun too. So I know some of us think she shouldn't be on here, but honestly, if Sweet Tea, only thing I don't like is she do the she's always the victim, and she's so much the victim on social media because she just and she and how bad this is. If it's that bad for her psyche, or for her mental health, then I don't want her back on the show. I don't. No, not that she's gonna have issues with it because she should know it's for TV, honey. We're trying to get a nice check. We're trying to get views. So I think that, like I said, the episode was good to me. Because if we didn't like messy things, we wouldn't watch Bravo. And I'm gonna just say that. We'll go ahead and watch the ID channel or the Geographic channel, or we'll watch with the Health channel, whatever the heck it is. You be watching one of them to get a documentary about some doctors. Y'all wouldn't be over here talking about this ain't entertainment. Y'all wouldn't even be, if it was just Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone and they walking around being some bougie damn doctors, you wouldn't watch the damn show at all. So, even though, like I said, it's like your guilty pleasure. It's guilty pleasure for me. I like to see the messiness. Now, I don't want to see them fight. I don't. But I like to see some good reads. I like to see an almost fight. I'm here for it. And they want to, we supposed to be getting entertained. And people say, I can't believe doctors they're on Bravo. This is not the what's Discovery Health. This is Bravo. They're going to give you some messy shit. So I'm going to bid you all good night because, look, my eyes looking real tiny now. I'm going to bid y'all good night. I'm going to take my butt on to bed. And I thank you for your time. And if you see something you like, share, and subscribe. And chat with me in the comment section. I'll get back with y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank you. Good night. Let me find my thing, like Dr. Heavenly say.